What is up, crypto community? Welcome back to another video. Thank you for joining me. Warren Buffett has sold another 250 billion of shares in Bank of America. This has been the recent talk of the financial world. And he's selling stocks like never before, including Apple. Apple is number one position, and Bank of America is the number two position of Berkshire Hathaway. And this is important because these are the elites, the people in the know, the smart money, the individuals that understand information that is going to change the trajectory of markets. Bank of America is a known Ripple partner, and there was a time Bank of America was a bank Warren Buffett was buying with Berkshire Hathaway money, the only bank. Also, while he was selling JP Morgan and Goldman Sachs, he was buying Bank of America. And I speculate it's because of Ripple's connection to Bank of America. Bank of America is saying they are ready on the sidelines to use XRP in their specific XRP patent. But right now he is selling because Warren Buffett understands the market conditions in this impending recession or present recession if you believe we're already in one. And at the exact same time, the market is expecting Federal Reserve rate cuts on September 18th, and more rate cuts will come the following December. And as we know on this channel, with the cutting of interest rates comes quantitative easing. And before that comes a massive market pullback. Every time this has happened before, when the Federal Reserve has pivoted and changed from raising rates to lowering rates, there has always been a massive pullback. Just check the charts. This will likely be your last time in this next pullback to accumulate cheap coins before the next bull, and to lock and load those profitable positions. I know it's been sideways price action for a while, but you saw the early stages of the bull market in March. Bitcoin ETF, Ethereum ETF approved, Sol ETF proposed, and many other ETFs, including an XRP one, I believe, on the horizon. We've seen new all-time highs on Bitcoin, but we have not seen alts explode yet. Crypto is coming to the forefront of this election cycle with both Kamala and Trump speaking on it, specifically Trump claiming to make the USA the crypto capital of the planet, although take that with a grain of salt, all politicians do lie. These next rate cuts will be very important because they will signal movement. You and I both hate when we trade sideways on the charts, but once things change, once the political and financial climate shifts, and once these cuts begin, all systems are go. Pullback into massive price appreciation. Really quick, I just want to say thank you to all the subscribers on the channel. The best way to support the video is hitting the like button. It's free and it gives me some feedback, lets me know you're getting something out of the content. Thank you in advance for the support on the channel. And then talking about the Ripple Neum partnership, Ripple partner Neum adopts JP Morgan payments, is an XRP integration in the works. I believe there's an indirect partnership between Ripple and JP Morgan. And Chad Steingraber discloses the banks that have already switched on to Neum. We have Banking Circle, Barclays, InPlay, DBS Bank, JP Morgan, Metropolitan Commercial Bank, and even more coming online. And the reason that this is so important is because, quite frankly, Ripple is underneath every single bank rock you look under, every financial rock you look under. This just goes on to further the fact. And with that being said, you must understand the geopolitical climate that we are in. Russia to start using cryptocurrency for international transactions on September 1st. Russia plans on testing crypto payments as a way to break away from Western sanctions. Starting September 1st, just days away. And they're doing this to break away from the Western sanctions. I can't understate the importance of this. The people who write in the comments, that's not XRP, there's no evidence that's XRP. The reason I bring all of this up is, one, to show you how the world is shifting. Digital payments, using crypto payments, are now a geopolitical tool being used against sanctions. Regardless of whether it is or is not XRP, we have seen partnerships and proof of concepts between Ripple, XRP, and the Bank of Russia. We've seen additional countries wanting to join the BRICS nations. now up to 47 countries that are wanting to join BRICS. And this is an active way to escape the negative externalities of the US dollar. Inflation may be bad in the USA, but every other country with a more weak economy suffers from the dollar inflation at magnitudes much greater. And I don't think you understand how big this BRICS payment system they're building is going to be. This is the first legitimate anti-US dollar coalition that has risen on the world stage and has an actual chance of succeeding, and I can't stress that enough. Russia to launch a state-backed crypto exchange with the Chinese yuan and BRICS-pegged stablecoins to bypass US sanctions. In this presentation, brought to us by Smoke Dog, with major confirmation that all these major banks are partnered with Ripple, including Santander, Bank of America, Standard Chartered, and they're just operating on test mode. If they're still in the test phase, it means they haven't fully integrated Ripple technology into their day-to-day operations. And this is why XRP's price has yet to reach very high prices. Banks are slow, but they've been working for about a decade with Ripple, and that's important. The real price of XRP will come after these test phases are completed, and once the technology is fully integrated. Once there is a reason for them to pivot over to XRP. Something else I want to remind you of is how XRP and the Bank of Russia have had proof of concepts in the past. And I really can't stress this enough. And now you see the current approach. And if you guys want $41 for free, sign up with Webull. It's a stock trading platform, really big all across the world, but this is for the USA only. They're just trying to get new users. So if you deposit a penny, you're guaranteed up to $3,000 in free stocks, but typically you just get $40 to $300, but you're guaranteed $40 minimum value. They just hope that in the future you'll do all your stock trading there. You really just have to deposit a penny, sell your stocks, close your account, claim your 41 bucks. You can find a link to Webull in the video description below. And if you guys need a spot to get crypto, check out Uphold. It's where I get my XRP daily. You can find a link to Uphold in the video description below. The government is taking towards crypto. SEC talking with ETF issuers over concerns of Solana being a security. You have to wonder why they're taking these approaches. They're trying to slow down adoption and growth of crypto via regulations, and they're also accumulating crypto at the same time. This means they're hedging their bets. They know the dollar cannot continue in its current state, and the new system that is going to take over the financial world is almost online. Now, why is this important? Because we are getting regulation and clarity in real time for the first time in crypto, while also paying attention to the macro and how the macro is set up with the rate cuts coming in September and December for the perfect Q4 into Q1 2024-2025 bull run. And seen here, the SEC discussing if Solana is a security, another perfect example of how this administration is lying through their teeth to try and get crypto voters. And while I'm not the biggest fan of Solana, it is one of the most important cryptos in the world right now. It's caused massive adoption in the past year. Tons of people getting into crypto for the first time with Solana. Hundreds of celebrities have launched meme tokens on Solana, and each day, over 10,000 meme coins are created daily on the Solana blockchain, and people speculate on these like a casino to try and find the next 10,000x return. And the SEC has now halted the Solana ETF progress due to uncertainty over the ruling of the classification of whether or not Solana is a security. And the reason this is so important, in my opinion, is because right now we have the opportunity to make the crypto bull run a reality. Eleanor Terrett, journalist for Fox, reports Democrats have been trying to have it both ways, paying campaign season lip service to crypto while maintaining their hostility toward this groundbreaking technology. But the complete absence of crypto support in the Democrat Party platform only reconfirms that the party leaders want to continue what they have done the last 4 years, to try and destroy crypto. I have no doubt about it. The Republican Party is the party of crypto. And another example of this is wanting to keep Gary Gensler as the Treasury Secretary if elected. There have been rumors swirling that presidential candidate Kamala Harris is considering Gary Gensler for her Secretary of the Treasury position. The guy who government officials were calling for resignation as SEC chairman is now up for a promotion. Now, it's not just the fact that Gary Gensler is being considered for your U.S. Treasury Secretary, but additionally, Harris endorses Biden's 2025 capital gains tax proposals, bringing the tax for wealthy individuals to 45%, and the kicker, introducing an unrealized capital gains tax at 25%. Rich people don't even pay taxes. Tax evasion is illegal. Tax avoidance is legal. Just need a really good lawyer. You don't get the rich to begin paying tax by raising the tax they're not already paying even higher. You get them to finally pay taxes by making the tax lower and fair across the board. How is it fair for anyone, no matter how much money you're making, to pay 50% of that to an already pretty incompetent government? I mean, look how many potholes. And politics aside, this right here would implode innovation. It would implode upwards economic mobility, and it's a catastrophe in the making. It'd be disastrous for the middle class and for entrepreneurs. Imagine paying 45% gains on the Bitcoin bag you have held for years and paid for with money you already paid taxes on and held through 40% inflation because the same people are passing this, the 45% long-term capital gains tax.
Unrealized gains, taxing unrealized gains just doesn't seem fair in any sense of the word. In the very best sense, if you are taxing unrealized gains, all you're doing is pulling forward the taxes that would be paid later when someone actually sells the stock.
I think that this reaction to unrealized gains is a little funny, given that I bet that the majority of people watching right now are already paying a tax on unrealized gains. It's called a property tax. When the value of your home goes up,
it's a use tax.
When the value of your home goes up, you pay higher taxes, even if you don't sell your home.
Your value of your home never moves the way a stock moves, the way something else moves.
That's always the go-to answer.
It's also, property tax is a use tax. You're paying for the schools, you're paying for emergency services. Those are things that make absolute sense.
And sure, and all the revenue that comes in from these unrealized gains taxes and the other taxes in the Harris plan are going to go to creating what she calls more opportunity. It's to make sure that every newborn born in this country gets $6,000.
Using the services.
Well, look, you're arguing that this is some sort of foreign concept that's completely unknown in the U.S. tax code.
It's probably unconstitutional. It's probably, and it was never in anyone's intent to tax.
It's not an income tax,
and it's never going to happen. Probably. Not. Well, I'm not going to say my lifetime.
I wouldn't.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what's actually insane is that was CNBC saying that, specifically saying a tax on unreasonable gains, unrealized gains is literally insane. Traditionally, they are a very favorable news outlet to the left, but going against their proposed policies is a very rare occurrence. My question to all of you is, would you rather have 4 more years of this and Gary Gensler as a Secretary of the Treasury, or would you rather have leadership where they're literally trying to pay off the national debt with crypto, allegedly? And Trump is already involved, speaking at the Bitcoin conference coming up this year, and having personally launched many crypto projects in the NFT space himself. Guys, I don't like to get political, but one candidate clearly has established himself as a pro-crypto candidate, calling for the USA to be the crypto capital of the world. And the other candidate is calling for unrealized capital gains tax, a higher income tax, and wants to give Gary Gensler a promotion. Grain of salt, politicians do lie. I think it's very simple, but a lot of other people want to overcomplicate it. And Cameron Winklevoss, who was the founder of Facebook that Mark Zuckerberg stole the blueprint to, he also founded the Gemini crypto exchange and is one of the few people in the world to hold an entire 1% of the Bitcoin supply. He's a massive whale. And he's pointing it out again. This reset the Kamala Harris administration wants to do with crypto has turned into an expansion in the war on crypto. They say what they want for votes, and then they leave you with your ideals in the voting booth. Do not get manipulated, and do not fall for this. And the SEC is issuing a Wells notice to the NFT platform OpenSea, threatening to sue, citing NFTs on the platform are securities. Guys, keep in mind, not only did the SEC have a 4-year lawsuit with Ripple just to lose on 20 different conditions, not only did they send Wells notices to these exchanges, the Ethereum Foundation, Solana, Now your collectible NFTs, your JPEG money pictures, monkey pictures are considered securities. And then you wonder, what is the problem in America against crypto? Now, with all that being said, with political uneasiness and lukewarm policies in America, with the BRICS nations de-dollarizing in real time, simultaneously, a Ripple stablecoin is in development. While the Ripple case has concluded, all things are adding into a perfect storm for XRP. But right here in the US, we are looking to still take a leadership role. While the BRICS nations are going live with a crypto-based payment system September 1st, Lord knows what that's going to look like. Here in the USA, we need to get it right. We've been walking through the quicksand for long enough, and the people are finally beginning to wake up and point a finger at the right place. With our favorite crypto lawyer running for government, John Deaton, he's running against this sweet grandma lady, Elizabeth Warren. If you made it this far in the video, comment lawyer in the comment section below when you watch the full video. It really supports the channel, so thank you in advance for being a loyal viewer, and let me know by commenting lawyer.
And that is a time
that's sophistry. Your example on craft. Your example on craft is even worse.
You finished first. In any of the states around the country that already have price gouging laws in place.
Can I tell you why that those are fallacious and misleading at best? And the craft, your craft analogy is even. Why can't I tell you? Please let me tell you. Craft, you say, was 440% profit increase. The example you used, the prior quarter from the year before, they had a charge of $1.3 billion, an accounting change which wiped out profits. Then they earned what they normally. Let me finish now. They earned.
You didn't let me finish. Look at the data. Come on. We have economic study now after economic study.
This is the way it always goes.
When there is more concentration,
40 million eggs were destroyed because of avian flu.
When there is more concentration in an industry, we have seen much greater increases in
Do you attribute the inflation?
Markets.
That's what you think we need to do to solve it?
They're not random. They are not random one-offs. It is part of the problem when you've got companies that are gouging consumers on prices. Consumers need to know they've got somebody on their side.
Senator,
and
listen, we're trying to help. We're trying to actually do.
Where are you in the 37 states that currently have price gouging laws?
Just quickly on that point, Senator Warren, can you, this is Kelly here, can I just clarify how this would work?
This is the way you never lose an argument, because no one can ever say anything back to you, Senator.
The state price gouging laws take a